What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? So let's see what they have to say about that.
Should Eli Manning be a Hall of Famer?
In my mind, no. When I look
Really?
when I look at Eli Manning, the thing that stands out to me is moments. Okay, Eli Manning has had moments, whether it be, obviously we talk about the 2 Super Bowls that he won, where he was the Super Bowl MVP for both of them. He had moments where,
Yeah, let's not forget about the moment where he beat arguably the GOAT, Tom Brady, not once, but twice. So you know it's not a fluke. That's pretty significant. Let's not forget about that.
the play to David Tyree when he pinned the ball to his helmet and that critical catch in that game. The throw that he had to Mario Manningham on the sideline against the New England Patriots. That was a critical moment for Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants, both against the New England Patriots. So I applaud Eli for that. But then on the flip side, when I think of Hall of Fame players, there's a consistency of excellence throughout their career that when you look at Eli Manning, there's a lot of questions that can be had about Eli Manning. This is a guy who's 3 separate times throughout his career has led the league in interceptions. This is a guy since 2009. The Giants have only made the playoffs twice since 2009. Okay, so yes, I know everyone wants to talk about the Super Bowls, and that's a big part of it. But
Again, it's not just the fact that he won a Super Bowl. It's not the fact that he was MVP of both Super Bowls. It's the fact of who he beat in the Super Bowls, and he beat arguably the GOAT and Tom Brady. Okay, it's the context of who he beat. It's the context of the Super Bowls. All right, he beat arguably the GOAT, and that accounts for a heck of a lot. Like I said, I don't understand how you could beat the best, but all of a sudden you're not the best, or you don't get to get into the Hall of Fame after you beat the best. It's not like he beat some other random quarterbacks during the Super Bowl and he had a so-so career. No, he went up against the best and he beat the best. So automatically that has to make you the best, right? So I don't understand it. Let's continue.
What standard are we holding people to when we talk about Hall of Fame? Right. That's my thing. Because it's not the Hall of Fame of good or very good. The Hall of Fame is like the elite of the elite, the excellence. When I look at Eli Manning, can we say at any point in his career, Eli Manning was the best quarterback of his era? No, not even remotely close to saying that Eli Manning was the best quarterback of his era. So I'm going to say no. Here's the thing.
So again, so you say that the Hall of Fame is for the elite of the elite of the elite, and Tom Brady, we can all agree, is elite of the elite of the elite. So what does that say if some guy comes up and beats Tom Brady twice? Not once, but twice, so we know it's not a fluke. What does that mean for him? Does that make him elite to the 4th power? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand how the best guy can get beat, but then whoever beats him, that doesn't make them the best guy. He has to argue to get into the Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter about all the other seasons he has. If he had an average career, the fact is he went up against the best and beat the best. Like I said, it's not like he went up against some other random quarterbacks and had an average career. He went up against the best and beat the best. All the other guys in the Hall of Fame and all the guys that didn't make the Hall of Fame, they didn't have a chance to go up against the best of the best, which would be arguably Tom Brady. And if they did that, then you'd have to judge them on a different criteria than what you're judging Eli Manning on. Because like I said, he went against the best and beat the best. So he's got to go into the Hall of Fame.
But the wise philosopher Herm Edwards once said, "You play to win the game." That's what you do.
How's that an argument for Eli?
He just wanted to say that.
Because in the games, we all play the game for one reason: to win a Super Bowl.
Speak for
I ain't
yourself.
play to go to the. Well, I played to win a Super Bowl. I ain't play to go to the playoffs.
Man.
I ain't play to make some tackles. I didn't play for nothing else. I played to win a Super
I
Bowl.
personally played to win a Super Bowl and also get caked up. But anyway,
Yes,
that's
but
another
you
conversation.
play the game to win a Super Bowl.
You get kicked up,
Eli
yeah.
not only did that once, he did it twice. Eli not only had 1 MVP, he had 2. Now, if you want to talk about, Super Bowls, it don't mean that much because what about the backup quarterbacks that have won 4? Eli is also 7th ever in touchdown passes, 7th ever in yards. Now, I played essentially my whole career for the Eagles. I never once looked at Eli and was like, man, this dude is daunting. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you can definitely say that Eli Manning hasn't been, one of the best quarterbacks over time. But again, you got to put an asterisk by his name, and he immediately gets into Hall of Fame because if he plays against the best of the best, arguably, and Tom Brady, and he beats him twice, then that means you automatically have to get shot to the top, right? I don't understand how you wouldn't. Like I said, it's not like you went against any other random quarterback or he had an average career. When you go against the best of the best and you beat them, that means you're automatically into Hall of Fame. Everybody else didn't get a chance to go against the best of the best, so you have to judge them on different criteria. How many Super Bowls they've been to, the body of work each season, things of that nature. But you immediately get shot to the top if you go against the best and you beat the best, especially if you beat them twice. There's no question that you should get into Hall of Fame. So let's continue.
But what the Hall of Fame Hall of Fame has done is they set a precedent. And the precedent is if you have numbers like Eli has, you will get in to the Hall of Fame.
In this era.
That's the precedent.
No, you guys don't understand like I said, Eli Manning, he's an outlier. You have to put an asterisk by his name in the Hall of Fame because you can't judge the same thing. You can't judge other players the same way you do with Eli Manning because they didn't go against the best of the best and arguably Tom Brady. So, you have to grade them on a body of work, how many Super Bowls they won, passes, interceptions, all that type of stuff. But you immediately get shot to the top when you beat the best of the best. I don't understand how you can beat the best of the best, but you don't get into Hall of Fame. At the very least, you should at least be on par with, Tom Brady. If he's the GOAT, then you have to be somewhere around the same conversation, right? I'll put it to you like this. If it was life or death, Eli Manning would still be here. I'll put it to you like that. If it was life or death, Joe Montana would still be here because he went to four Super Bowls and won 4. Same thing with Terry Bradshaw. If it was life or death, Terry Bradshaw would still be here. He went to 4 Super Bowls and won 4 Super Bowls. Tom Brady's lost 3 times. He lost twice to one guy. If it was between life and death between Tom Brady and Eli Manning would still be here. That's how serious it is. I don't mean to be morbid, but that's how serious it is. So let's continue.
Fantastic, because I disagree with you. That's not the precedent that they set. Because you can look at Jim Plunkett, who also has won 2 Super Bowls, won the MVP 1 time, and is about his yards per attempt is about the same as Eli. His career record is about 500 also. You know where he's not? He's not in the Hall of Fame.
But guess what? The difference is he didn't play against arguably the best of the best and Tom Brady. Jim Plunkett didn't play against the guy that everybody says is the best quarterback of all time. If he did that, then you could judge him on different criteria. But he didn't do that. So that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have that giant boost. It's like a bonus round if you have an average career. Okay, so if you want to get in the Hall of Fame, you had an average career. It doesn't look that good, but we'll give you a bonus challenge. If you can beat the best of the best, then you can make it to Hall of Fame. And that's exactly what happened with Eli Manning. You have to judge him with a different type of criteria. All the other Hall of Famers and all the other guys that didn't make the Hall of Fame, they didn't have a chance to have that bonus, the bonus challenge and playing against the best of the best. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So let's continue.
So I was once on your side, and I used to argue that you can't, I would say this nonsense line about how you can't tell the story of the NFL without Eli Manning. And I was listening to High Noon one day, and Bomani Jones pointed out how ridiculous that was. I was happy right there to admit that I was wrong. Like, yeah, you can't tell the history of the NFL without a lot of guys. That don't mean you go to the Hall of Fame. Like, I would love for him to go to Hall of Fame, good for him, but if we're being fair and measuring him against other guys who are in the Hall of Fame, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't. He's never been, not even whispered in MVP conversations. And you just mentioned it yourself. You prepared for Eli Manning, and you will be watching film and like, hey, he's a guy. Name another Hall of Famer.
But here's my thing.
Anybody, all the guys who just went in last year.
You said that he was.
But did they go against Tom Brady and beat the best of the best? I think that's what everybody misses. It's not the fact that he went to the Super Bowl or that he had an average career, or it's the context of what he did and the context of his Super Bowl. He played against the best of the best and he beat the best of the best twice. All the other guys can't say that. So you can't judge them with the same criteria that you judge Eli Manning with. Like I said, Eli Manning got lucky. He got lucky. He was able to go against the best of the best, arguably, and Tom Brady, and he beat him twice. So that automatically has to shoot you to the top. All the other guys, they didn't have a chance to play against the best of the best. So they don't have a chance to, really solidify their career by beating the best of the best. So you have to judge them on different criteria. I hope that makes sense. So let's continue.
His name wasn't whispered in MVP conversations. He got MVP at the biggest stage.
I know.
Like, we can't disregard.
So he's had moments.
Isn't that what I said?
Okay.
He's had moments.
But the greats, they you're known for having moments.
But you didn't address my critical point was the sustained excellence. To me, that's the biggest part of being a Hall of
the moments.
Yeah, but you don't have to stay consistent when it's something like that. So let's say Eli Manning only played 5 years in the NFL, and let's say he beat Tom Brady twice out of those 5 years, but he retired in 5 years because he just didn't want to play anymore. But he beat the best of the best twice. I think you have to get in there into the Hall of Fame because you went to the top level. Like I said, you got that bonus challenge of you play against the best of the best and you beat him. You have to be shot to the top. It doesn't matter how long you played. You played the best of the best. If you had a long career, but you didn't go against the best of the best, okay, well, then we'll look at your long body of work and different, aspects of your game. But like I said, Eli Manning got lucky and he was able to go against the best of the best, and that saved him from his average career, because when you beat the best of the best, you automatically get shot to the top. I hope I'm making sense with this argument. So let's continue.
Cherries. Those cherries on top.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and argue that Eli had sustained excellence. No, that's not my argument. I'm not going to sit here and say that Eli was ever the best quarterback in the National Football League. But there's no sort of, closed captioning at the bottom of the Hall of Fame. There's no fine print that says you must have at one point been the best quarterback in the National. That's not what it says. You look at the total body of work, and the total body of work says Eli is 7th in touchdown passes. Eli is 7th in total yards, ahead of guys like John Elway, ahead of guys like Warren Moon in both touchdown passes
in a different
and total
era.
yards. Yes, completely different era.
Oh, so now we want to change eras. Okay, like I said, it doesn't matter. Eli Manning, his numbers are decent. He had an average career. Some people might give or take good or bad average career, but like I said, he got that bonus challenge and he was able to play against the best of the best and Tom Brady, and he beat him twice. Now, if he wasn't able to go against Tom Brady and play against Tom Brady, say you play against any other random quarterback, then we can question, okay, he went to 2 Super Bowls and he won them, but he wasn't exactly playing against the best. Let's see what, the whole body of his career and what was going on. No, that's not what it is with Eli Manning. Like I said, Eli Manning, he got lucky and he played against the best and he beat the best. I don't see how you don't get shot to the top if he beat the best. Especially, look at all the criteria to make it to the Hall of Fame. And Tom Brady fulfills all those requirements to be the best of the best in the Hall of Fame. But then here you have Eli Manning come in and he beats that guy twice. He fulfills all those things twice. How is he not in the Hall of Fame? I don't care about the rest of his career. You beat the best of the best, you automatically get shot to the top.
They both got in. Look at Troy Aikman, way below Eli, but he has rings.
Yeah,
and
okay,
Troy got in.
You're saying that maybe, I guess you would think Namath is a guy who I would throw out there that probably is in for reasons outside. You're arguing for reasons outside the traditional thing. That's your argument. But saying that he had moments, I think the moments are the icing. They make great videos, but what gets you in the Hall of Fame is sustained excellence, like you said. And if you're just talking about Super Bowl MVPs, we should put Malcolm Smith in the Hall of Fame. I mean, we should put Nick Foles in the Hall of Fame. You just got to have a big moment. He did the Philly.
No, you don't get it. It's the context of the moment. He beat the best of the best. All those other guys didn't beat the best of the best when they got MVPs. They didn't beat the best of the best. I don't understand what they don't get about that. Like I said, you have to judge Eli Manning with a different type of standard because he got lucky to go against the best of the best. That's like saying if I'm a boxer and there's a heavyweight champion right now and Deontay Wilder, and I come up from out of nowhere, I fight Deontay Wilder and I beat him. Then I fight him again, and I beat him again. Even though I've had no body of work, I haven't been a boxer, I haven't done any of that type of stuff for being a professional, but I go in there and I beat the best of the best. How would I not be going into the Hall of Fame if I beat the heavyweight champion and I beat him twice? You see what I'm saying?
Special. Caught a touchdown pass, MVP of the Super Bowl. Nick Foles, let's put you in there. Malcolm Smith was the linebacker for the Seahawks. Throw him in there. You have to have sustained excellence.
But before we even get to Hall of Fame, are his days as a starting quarterback over?
Yeah.
Should he decide to join a different franchise?
We can all agree on that, Charlie. Them days are dead and gone.
All right, well,
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to stop it again. But look, I'm pretty sure they said the same thing about Eli Manning's brother, Peyton Manning. And what did he do when he left the Colts? He went to the Denver Broncos and he won a Super Bowl. Granted, his defense pretty much carried him, and it was that Von Miller was the MVP, the defensive MVP, or the MVP of the Super Bowl that year. But anyways, like I said, it would not surprise me if Eli Manning left the Giants and went someplace and he got a nice whole fresh start and he had a good year or two to get in there and make a run at the Super Bowl. That would not surprise me at all. How many quarterbacks have left their teams and made some pretty decent runs? So, I don't know. Let's continue.
Well, we got an agreement here on the show.
Them days been gone, but because of the moments, they gave him a few extra days.
Here's what we can't do, and here's what I refuse to do, even if I didn't respect Eli at the time I played him. You can't disregard Eli's body of work. He had moments, yes. But along with Eli's moments, he also had 33,000, I believe, if I have this number right, or 57,000 yards.
Yeah.
He also had 360 or so touchdown passes. So, yes, he had moments, but he also has numbers, too, now, Coach.
I feel like these things are contradictory. It's like you're trying to do these compiler numbers. That means he played a long time, and he was pretty okay. Like, he played a long time. That's why those numbers.
Doesn't that factor in?
Yeah, but wait a minute. You can't start saying, oh, well, you played a long time. That's why your stats are all chunky. Because I know there's plenty of other athletes that do the same thing. I'm pretty sure Emmitt Smith did that. Emmitt Smith held on for a long time and bounced around from team to team so that he can get the all-time rushing record. And we knew he wasn't as good as he was, obviously, when he was with his heyday. But he was doing at the stat pad and get the all-time rushing record. I'm pretty sure of it. And if you want to change sports, you can say the same thing about LeBron James. LeBron James is doing a lot of stat padding right now at this point in time. And so I don't want to hear this about, oh, well, he just played a long time. That's why numbers. The fact is, with Eli Manning, he be the best of the best, and you have to get in. Like I'm saying, you have to get in. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to switch sports, go into basketball and all that, but it fits my situation, okay? So let's continue.
You know what I mean? You can have somebody who plays great for 5 years. You can't throw them in the hall because they only played great for a shortened amount of time.
Agreed.
I think that plays a factor.
Well, I mean,
you don't go in the hall for great for 5 years. That's the whole point. You go in the hall for great for much more than that. Like 8, 10, 12. That's what puts you in the Hall of Fame, not a bunch of average and 2 big moments. Like, it just doesn't seem fair.
But
Joe Flacco should be in the Hall of Fame because that playoff run, it was
Joe Flacco's not topping yards. He's not topping touchdowns.
Yeah, and did Joe Flacco beat the best of the best? No, I do not think so.
I don't think
you should. I'm just saying.
I would say this. I think everyone can agree that Eli will probably get into the Hall of Fame.
Probably. Played in New York. Hasn't